Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I haven't been here for a while for a lot of reasons, but I wanted to hop back on and give you guys another fertility update. So if you guys don't know, I've been on TikTok very frequently. So I've been updating mostly on there. I'm on there every day. So that's pretty much where I've been doing all of my updates. And as far as my absence from my channel, it's been just like an emotional situation with all this fertility stuff going on. And then I just have been working a lot and had a lot going on. So here I am with another update. So my last update was I was going to get that SIS procedure. So I went to get that done in January and I didn't make it through it. I threw up and they stopped it. So backstory, I told them for months on the phone that I was a very anxious person. The doctor settings and like procedure type things caused me to have panic attacks, and I always throw up. Usually when I get my blood work done or get shots or anything like that, I do throw up. So I told them that I would probably most likely throw up for this procedure, and they were like, okay, take 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol. I'll let everybody know that you're like that. It's okay. I was like, okay. So an hour before the procedure, I took 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol like they said. I got there. I told the first nurse that I was like that. She's like, okay, I'll let the doctor know. The doctor came in. I let them know. And I was like, hey, if I throw up, can you just keep going? And she was like, oh yeah, of course. I was like, okay. So they started the procedure and it started to hurt really bad. So I was like, hey, listen, I'm gonna throw up. And they just ignored me. And I started coughing and I was like, I need a garbage can. And they ignored me. So finally I went to reach for the garbage can myself because I was laying on the table. I went to reach over for the garbage can since they were ignoring me, and I ended up throwing up all over myself, straight up to the doctor, and all over the wall because I was trying to get the garbage can. So she's like, you know what, we're done here. And she's like, after everything was all cleaned up, she was like, we'll send out prescription for Valium, ibuprofen, because they told me when I got there that I wasn't supposed to take Tylenol. I was supposed to take ibuprofen because ibuprofen is good for cramping. So they already set me up for failure there. Pain-wise, they told me the wrong medications to take. And then she said they were going to give me like a patch to put behind my ear that'll give me like the effect of being high. So I would need a driver for my next appointment. So I was waiting because you have to have a period before you go for that procedure because you have to do it right after your period. I almost yawned. And so I was waiting around for that, and I looked through my summary thing. I was looking to switch because of that experience. I was looking to switch a specialist, so I was looking through my summaries to screenshot all of my files to send to a new specialist, and I came across the summary for that appointment, and I was reading it, and I was so livid because the whole thing was a lie. The entire summary they lied about, knowing that I could see it because it was in like my chart. So they basically said in the summary that I came there on the wrong medications, which they told me the wrong medications. And then they said that when I started to throw up, I told them they needed to stop and that I wanted to come back and do it another day, which is so far from the truth because I would rather have just thrown up and kept going to get it over with than to throw up everywhere, have them take everything out, and find a ride to come back all drugged up to do it again. So, after I saw that they lied all through my summary, I was livid. I emailed them through that app that we use for the doctor. I called the office and asked for the actual doctor, the actual specialist, for his email, and they wouldn't give it to me. I asked for his phone number and they wouldn't give it to me. They said the only way I could talk to him was to pay and have an actual like virtual appointment with him, which I didn't want to do. And then so I emailed another email that I found on there, and I was like, that's it. I'm not going back to them. They were absolute garbage. They treated me like garbage. They treated me like I was a problem. instead of helping me and wanting to figure out my issues. I felt like a lab rat. They wanted to run all these tests and things that I already had done before. They wanted to do again for why? I don't know. I already paid to have all these tests done and they wanted to do it. It's not like the blood work they're testing vitals or whatever like they have to do to monitor you every month. They weren't doing that. So I was like, that's it. I'm finding another specialist. So from January to March, I didn't get a period again. So in March, I actually found a new specialist. So I made a virtual appointment with a specialist. I talked to them. I told them everything the last specialist did because I didn't want to run into those problems again. I was like, if we're a good fit, I want to go through with this. He was amazing. He was everything that I could have asked for. So I booked with him. And I was like, listen, I had this procedure. I went for this procedure in January. I haven't had a period since. It's March now. He's like, okay, I'll give you Provera. We'll start that period, and then we'll start on 5 milligrams of letrozole. And then after you're on the letrozole for 5 days, we'll start you on progesterone. So that's what we did. I got my period. It took 2 weeks, pretty much since I stopped the pill, to get my period. And then I did 5 milligrams of letrozole. The first night I took it, I threw up. I don't know if that was just a fluke or something I ate or if it was from the pill. But it said to take it before bed, so around 11 o'clock midnight I took it. I'm trying to hold back yawns, so that's why I stopped talking. And now my eyes are watering. So, and then around like 1:30 or 2 in the morning, I woke up and just vomited. And it was probably the worst vomit I've ever had. My stomach was like sore the next day. So I don't know if that was just like a fluke, something I ate, or if that was the medication. But the rest of the cycle was fine. So I think I messed myself up there because I don't think the pill had done what it needed to do before I threw it up. And then I did the progesterone until I got a negative test. You start it 3 days after ovulation, and then you take it until you get a negative test, or you take it until you're 8 weeks pregnant. Well, in my situation, that's what I had to do. So I didn't have any symptoms or anything through the 12-week or the 2-week wait. So I already knew like it didn't work. But the progesterone, I started a week after I took it. I started to get a really bad reaction. I started to swell. I started to get really unbearably itchy and sore and just raw. And so I messaged them and I was like, hey, like this is happening. There was a little bit of like blood there. And it wasn't like it wasn't like a period or anything. And people on TikTok were saying maybe it's implantation bleeding. So I was like really excited. Maybe it did work. But that wasn't it. 12 DPO, he told me to take a test and I did, and it was negative. And he said, okay, if it's negative on 12 DPO, stop the progesterone and that'll make you get a period. And then after your period, you can start letrozole again. We'll raise the dose for you, and then the progesterone will go from there. And I was like, cool. So progesterone, I stopped it. A few days later, I started a period. It was really light, which is usual for like my first day. I never know whether to count my first day as my actual first day because it's so light. I don't know if it's going to be like a full flow or not. So I actually did count that as the first day, but then it just like stopped. So I like had like a light period for one day, and then it like stopped and went to spotting for like 5 days after that. So I messaged him again. I was like, hey, this is what's going on. I don't know if it's an actual period or what's going on. He's like, no, that's totally normal. It's totally fine. So, sorry, my nose is running. And I just wiped it. So that brings me to where we are now. So my period ended yesterday. Or the day before yesterday. I started OvuSense, which is a like fertility monitor. Instead of doing your BBT tracking every morning, which I can't do, this monitor you insert every night and you sleep with it in, and then you take it out, and then you touch it to the back of your phone after you wash it, of course, and it transports all of your data from the night before. It takes your temperature every 5 minutes, and it puts all that in your app, and it tracks to see like when you're ovulating. So I did that last night for the first time. That was pretty cool. Honestly, it was really cool. And yeah, last night I started letrozole 7.5 milligrams, and then when I'm done with letrozole in 4 days, after I ovulate, I will start the progesterone again, and hopefully we get a big fat positive. But if we don't, it's okay. We will keep going. We will keep trying. I'm not getting my hopes up. So that's a plus. I don't want to spiral. Hold on. I had to get that out. Sorry, I had to yawn. Okay. So I'm not going to spiral or anything because I know, like, we're doing medication. We're doing everything we can. It's going to happen when it happens. I just had a psychic reading and it was really promising. I know not a lot of people believe in that, but I kind of do. And she said this cycle or my next cycle I'm gonna conceive, which was very specific to tell somebody that they're going to get pregnant this time or next time. She told me the gender, and I'm really excited to see if that actually happens because I upped my dose of letrozole. Everything's good. I didn't throw it up. So I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing emotionally, mentally. So we'll just see where that takes us. I'm really excited. I'm really hopeful, but if it doesn't work, that is okay. We will try something new. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. It's going to happen at some point. So just hanging in there. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we are now and where we've been. I'm really excited. I'm really hopeful. I'm really happy. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. If you guys are on TikTok, you should totally follow me. I'll leave my username like on the screen somewhere and definitely down in the description bar because I am active and updating like literally every day on TikTok. So you should follow me on there if you're interested in my journey. All of my other social medias I will leave in the link below, so you guys can access everything. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this update. Let me know what other videos you want to see from me in the comments in case this isn't like your cup of tea. I'd still love to do fashion and beauty videos too. So yeah, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!